Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sunday. I just wanted to shoot out another video here. It's Koogler, Terry Koogler from Koogler Landscaping, demoing the Stihl PB 800X. On the left, Echo 9010 PB 9010T on the right, and the Billy Goat 13 horse Honda blower, push blower in the middle. Laid out the tape measure, and we did the demo in the last video to show the blow patterns here, and just wanted to we may break into something else here. Laid the tape measure out. So the first thing we noticed in the last video, I measured these things for this video. The tube is the smallest, the opening on this steel. How much that plays into stuff is debatable, but I know it does make a difference. So it's about an inch narrower in diameter over the Echo. So the Echo is like 4.5 inches across roughly, and this is around 4 inches, so about a 1/2 inch difference. And the Billy Goat I've cut open and took a couple inches off of it to widen it. It is now at 6 inches. Previously I think it was at 4.5, 5 inches, so it's much wider. And I like the volume and the blow pattern that gives you having a bigger tube, larger diameter tube. So here's the tape measure. This is my badminton court, for those that don't know that. It's 22 feet to the net and 44 feet to the other white line on the other side, which you can't really see. All the blowers were set at the white line here. Various leaf conditions. They're dry here, and I just wanted to give a unscientific, but it's still measurable. It's valid. You're going to be able to see clearly each blower. This is the Echo PB 9010T. So you can see it's went past the white line several feet. We'll go out there with a tape measure and measure it a little bit more. Here's the Honda push blower. You can see it clearly went to the net and beyond, and also the broadest pattern. And the Echo also had a broad pattern, but not as broad as that. The Stihl went the least furthest by, it looks like a good 2 feet or so, 24, 30 inches, and had the narrowest pattern here in the leaves. So we're going to go back into the pros and cons of each unit as we'll go out here and look. So that's the three units. Here's the line. This is the first white line. Let's see what that is. That's at 15 feet roughly. So that white line's at 15 feet. Each unit has reached that. So at 15 feet, that's the Echo 9010. This is the Billy Goat at 15 feet, so you can clearly see it went much further, and also a nice wide pattern. Here's the Echo 800X, BBR 800X, BR 800X. So it made it a little past the line. Had some movement. It looked like up to the net, almost about a foot, 12, 15 inches short of the net. But then here's the net, which is 22 feet across, and you can see the one that made it past that is the Billy Goat. So it had some movement out here. Uncover this, 24, 26. Almost 27 feet out from the blower. You can see the Billy Goat had some movement in the leaves, 27 feet from the nozzle. Anyhow, like I said, it's unscientific. The Billy Goat sets up a little bit higher The other ones were just laid in the grass. But it gives you a clear idea that, you know, there's no debating which one, no matter what you do to the echo, it is not going to blow wider and further. Now it may come up a foot or two shorter or longer, depending. Same with the echo. So I think in all fairness, it's fairly accurate, even though, you know, the leaves are a little heavier on this side. They're nice and dry, so they're easily moved. If it could move them, it would move them. On all 3 units, it's ideal conditions to blow leaves here this afternoon. And you can see here with the echo, yeah, it had movement all the way up to the net, so about 22 feet out. The Stihl seemed to come up, which is on the far end there, seemed to come up, like I said, at least 15 inches short of the net, had no movement whatsoever. And this one had movement right up to the edge of the net, so 22 feet. So the echo clearly moved it 2 or 3 feet further than this Stihl blower. So now let's get back into some comments, some other thoughts besides just which one's more powerful, because most people know by now that the Stihl, the echo is more powerful. But here it shows you that why you might have a certain unit, and you know, the why things are still relevant. When I first started in the business, push blowers 30-40 years ago were about as powerful roughly as the new echo and the Stihl. So things have really come a long way in both units. So, but even though the backpack blowers have gotten more powerful, the push blowers have also had updates and still, you know, produce. And here's evidence why you'd still want to have both in your arsenal, because the ability to move quite a bit more leaves with the push one. And then they have the new ride-ons, which I've not owned at this point and probably will not, being so low. But I'll give you a rough estimate. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 feet wide there from the billy goat. So it blew a 5-foot wide pattern 15 feet out. This one, the echo, produced about a 3.5 foot pattern. So 1.5 feet, 2 feet narrower. Let's go over here and look at the Stihl. Looks like it's going to be similar to the echo. So yeah, kind of similar, maybe a few inches more narrower, maybe 3 to 6 inches narrower than the echo. So now we'll go back into each piece of equipment. Now my favorite as far as starting, straps, comfort, all around usability in the backpack is the Stihl. Very good unit. If I was going to use it all day, it's still relevant. Even though it has less power, it's more comfortable to use. It's lighter weight. The housing doesn't get hung up on branches and different things. The tubing is much more flexible and comfortable. Ergonomics, the handle, everything about the Stihl 800, almost everything. Quite a few bonuses, like I said, the weight, the housing, the tubing, straps. There might be a few other things, is, in my opinion, better than the echo at this point. Echo really needs to work on ergonomics and comfort of the straps, and especially the tubing. It twists all around, bumps into you, and very, very rigid. If you ever own both and, you know, are honest and have the experience that I do, you can clearly see the Stihl is much more comfortable and easy and less fatiguing to operate. So I do like the power of the Echo, but I find it's less comfortable, so it's kind of a push to maybe edging out. I would give the Echo power-wise a 10. Comfort and performance other than the power, probably a 6 or 7. And I would give the Stihl about a 9 or 10 on everything else. So it really depends on what you're looking for and stuff. Now let's step over and we'll talk about the billy goat here while we have some time. So clearly the power is superior. It is heavy. So up and down hills, you're going to go sideways across the hills. You're not going to do a lot of time pushing it up and down the hills. It's quite heavy. I think it's about 160, 70-ish pounds. Might be a little bit less than that. People fudge on things, you know, whether it has gas or oil or whatever. Mine has a full tank of gas and it's ready to use. I find it a little tipsy. The wheelbase is not very wide in the tires, and the motor's up high. So even my yard here's not got much of a slope in it, but it does slope. But if you hit a root or get off angle just a little bit, I've had it want to tip over. So it's very tipsy. The negative, the Honda motor's bulletproof. Pretty comfortable to push and pull. Overall, you know, it is what it is. I often will use it out in the open, and then when on a windy day, I might set it behind me to cause a wind, you know, create your own wind system, as you can see from the demo here, and then work the backpack blower out in front of me. So I use each tool for its optimum performance because I'm in business to make money and time's money, and being a solo guy, these are the choices that I would make. I never used a stand-on blower, so I'm sure again they have their purpose, but one thing they have over all these machines is they're 2, 3, 4 times the money and to purchase, and are you going to make 2, 3, 4 times, you know, more money? So that's the question you have to ask. Certainly if I had a crew and a wide variety of lawns, my inventory and different things would, you know, one of them would be in my arsenal for sure. But being solo, you got to make a judgment call somewhere, and this is where it ends and stops for me. Most of my properties are 1/2 acre to 1/4 acre. So there we have it. Hopefully you guys find this informative and entertaining a little bit. I'm not going to start them up here because I don't have enough time in this video, but look at the other video. I just wanted to discuss some of the pros and cons I have with the different units, and laid out the tape measure and measured a few things. So there you have it. This is a badminton court. It's 22 feet wide, 22 feet to the net. Here we have on the right again is the Echo 9010. Past the white line, which is 15 foot, right up to the net. The billy goat, 13 horsepower. Past the 15-foot line, widest pattern, all the way to the net and beyond. I think we said it went 4 feet beyond the net. The Stihl here on the left, that's the Stihl. We're on the left. Had the slightly narrowest pattern and come up 2 or 3 feet, a couple feet shorter, 2 or 3 feet shorter than the Echo. So there you have it, Backpack Wars. It's kind of over as far as power. The Echo is the king. Comfort and all the other ergonomics, in my humble opinion, the Stihl is still relevant. The power's not down that much. and the comfort really adds, and I can use this longer. It's easier to take off and on. The big, lots of different things. The extra 2 pounds roughly, the comfort of the tubing, and the is much more comfortable. If Echo would improve some of them things, it would be the undisputed king, and it'd be on everybody's trailer. But I don't base everything just on power, because if it's fatiguing to use and cumbersome, that also cuts into your profit, because you don't want to use it and you got to take it off and on, and that takes time and energy when you're getting fatigued, because if you're not working and you're tired and you've got to stop and start, that takes away from your profits. That's my take on it. There we have it. Thanks for watching.